Welcome to part three of channeling Liam Payne. So I'm with Ashley again today, and Liam has come through over the last couple weeks, not sharing a lot, but I do feel like he has a message today to share. So we're going to start off just by calling his energy in, his presence. He feels very cheerful today. He feels like he's in a really good place, mentally, emotionally. So yeah, that feels good. When he first came through a couple weeks ago, it felt like I was telling Ashley, like almost like he ascended, like he's hanging out in a dimension of just pure light, and he's done a lot of healing where he is. And I feel like he kind of travels back and forth, still likes to be close with his loved ones, but I do feel like he's found a lot of peace. And yeah, okay. So we will begin with just asking some questions. Liam, is there anything you want to share? No, we'll do questions, and then I feel like he has
Yeah,
something.
because that's usually how we do it.
Okay.
Okay, so we will start off by asking, how are you? How are you feeling today? How have the last few months been for you? We just want to know how you're doing.
Um, Yeah, I just heard the word growth, like lots of growth, lots of healing. He is able to see things from a different perspective. I feel like shortly after when it happened, he was in it. There was a lot of grief for him as well because he didn't plan on leaving this earth, and he has almost come to terms, is the feeling I'm getting. And yeah, he misses his family, his son a lot, but he's able to, I don't even know how to say it the way that I'm seeing this. He's able to see that they will be okay, I guess, is the way that this is coming through. So yeah, he feels like he's in a much better spot. I just video popped up on YouTube this morning saying it's been 9 months. And yeah, I didn't even realize that. So that's pretty crazy. A lot can happen in 9 months, but he's just proud of everyone, all of his loved ones, everyone who was in his life and how they're handling things and honoring him and moving through their own grief.
Good. Um, so I want to talk a little bit about building the band that just came out 8 days ago, I want to say, on Netflix. If some of you haven't watched it, the trailer, you can obviously watch the trailer. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but watching it and seeing you on the show, you look really good. You look like you're in a good headspace. You look healthy and happy. Can you kind of tell us what your time was like on that show?
He said he loved it. It was very inspiring. He loved being able to help people. It was almost like a full circle of like he started off
Mhm.
on a similar kind of show of, being on TV, singing. So it felt like it was like giving back, like full circle moment for him. He is acknowledging, I don't know if he wants to get into details, but he was going through a lot mentally, like in his personal life. It feels like this opportunity was given to him and it was very unexpected. And almost like this imposter syndrome came through of like, why
Mhm.
me? Why? It's like he was wanting, and he's showing me even praying for many years of like finding something that's fulfilling and, um, you know, for his career. And then this opportunity came and it was almost like, well, why me? Why? Like, I don't deserve it. So he was struggling with that. I feel like there was other things too, but he feels like he was able to give his best as he possibly could with everything that was going on. And he's proud of it. And he's saying he did have a big part because they were going back and forth. They weren't sure if they were going to even air it after he passed. And he's saying he did pull a lot of strings from the spirit side, so they would, and the date was significant. A lot of people picked up on that's when his career started, is when it first aired. So he's very proud of it. He's saying it's different because if they had to do a lot of cuts and editing, just yeah, they didn't want to take away from the singers, like in the early episodes of him being on screen. So they did change it a little bit than they initially planned, but he is very proud of it. He's excited and he knows that it's going to be sad for his fans, for his loved ones to see him on screen again, and especially that passion of doing what he loved and almost this feeling of like, he was so close. He was so close to just changing his life around and being who he wanted to be and how they remember him, all the goodness. So that part's gonna sting. He's acknowledging, but he's really happy with the way it turned out. He's grateful for everyone he got to work with and for that time in his life.
So while he was filming, did any of the cast members know that he was going through a lot of things mentally? Did he share any of his experiences? I guess I could ask him. Did you share any of your experiences with any of your cast members? There was an interview that AJ had done, and he had just said that you were in a better place now, and so I feel like maybe you and AJ got really close while you were filming that.
Yeah, he's saying, yeah, that was who, as you were talking, kept pumping into my mind. He said he was able to connect with him. It was almost like he took him under his wing because he shared a lot of the same experiences as Liam when he was younger. So they were able to connect on that level, but he's saying he almost had to put like that show face on, professional, just bring his best self to work. But he did share little bits and pieces. He's showing me the woman, Nicole and Kelly were very intuitive. They could pick up on if he was having a bad day, things like that. So yeah, not as much with them. I feel like he did connect quite a bit with AJ, but he again was just trying to bring his best self while he was there. It was more like behind the scenes, kind of on the in between shooting is when they were able to connect.
Okay. Do you think there will ever be any justice for you? There really hasn't been much in the news lately. It kind of seems like anytime something does happen, it's very much like kind of blocked off to the world unless you're like really researching and trying to see what's going on. So do you think that there will be justice for you? Do you think that your family and your son will get any type of closure with everything that has happened?
Yeah. So this was coming through earlier today. I think he was just showing me so I could kind of understand a bigger picture of this. So he's saying justice in the way of people held responsible. That won't happen for many years because there's going to be a crumbling and and I feel like he shared this last video too, but there's going to be a crumbling and there's going to be a lot of things that have to come to light before the full truth comes out.
Mhm.
He's saying all the people who you think are involved, well, who are involved, well, I don't really want to name names because everyone knows, but like his friend that was there, things like that, they were just chess pieces, is what he was sharing this morning. Like they were just playing the game. It wasn't their, plan, so to speak. They were just little puppets. Even a lot of, he wants to bring up Kate again, a lot of people blame her. There was ulterior motives behind the scene to get her removed because they know that he wouldn't have been in the place he was in if she was there. So yeah, please let go of the blame on her. But yeah, he's again, he's shared this and we've seen this. There's just this web of people behind the scenes in this industry, even like energetically, as you shared before, who were calling the shots. And it's not just him. He's saying there's so many people who have died tragically, unexpectedly, in this industry.
Mhm.
And it's going to take a lot for all of that to be seen. And the world is not quite ready for that yet. It's almost like, trying to use an example. Here, help me. What is something that happened in the past? And then when people were in it, the truth, they were so oblivious to it. And then the truth comes out 30, 40 years later. And it's like mind blowing, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah.
well, I don't want to get flagged, but like certain government agencies and their motives, things like that. Um, yeah, so I don't think it'll be that long, probably at least minimum, I'm getting 6 years up to 10. So it is going to take a little bit, but he's also saying, and I think he said this last time too, that doesn't mean that karma is not playing out. That doesn't mean that everyone who was involved isn't suffering on some level. It doesn't mean they're not holding guilt and their life is falling to the wayside. There's a lot of paranoia. One of them is experiencing, he's showing me. There's a lot of money that had to be given away to cover up and to get off scotch-free. So yes, he understands his family, his fans, everyone wants people behind bars and held accountable, but know that there's so much more to this. And there's that karma piece of people are, what is the word I'm looking for? They're struggling who are involved. They're not doing okay either. So um yeah, and he's saying that was part of the plan. Like they knew in the country they were in, it would be really easy to get away with things. So yeah, almost by design. But he wants to really emphasize he's at peace. He can take accountability. And I believe he said this last time, like he's not innocent in all of this. He made
Mhm.
choices that led to
Mhm.
ultimately his death, and he can see that. He wishes it was different 1,000%. He wish he was strong enough to not even have certain people in his life and to get himself out of bad situations like as soon as things started going sideways. But that's the thing with addiction, right? Once it's there and it's in your face, it's really easy to go down that slope and that path. So he can acknowledge that, and he appreciates everyone for wanting that justice and just know that it's coming. And his parents are coming to terms too. I think that was the biggest one, because they obviously wanted that justice. but yeah, he's showing me he's been helping them. There's certain family members that are helping them kind of move through that and be able to find acceptance, as hard as it is.
Mm. Okay, so I wanted to ask, how is your family doing? Mm.
He's saying they have their good days, their bad days. They're kind of they're starting to live life again, is what he's showing me. When they connect with his son, there's a lot of joy there, a lot of happiness that brings. Yeah, he doesn't want to give too many personal details, but they're doing okay for the most part. He's very proud of them. He's showing me he's very good at sending signs and connecting with them. So they're starting. He said at first they didn't notice or they would brush it off, but they're starting to notice those things. So
Good. Um, so you touched a little bit on this, so I'm just going to elaborate a little bit more. Liam, your dad was very vocal on his beliefs of what happened and who was involved. Um, is he on the right track? As fans and people who didn't know you personally, nobody, I don't think, really understood or knew the type of relationship that you had with your family, especially with your dad. Um, and so does he actually know more than what we think? Did he know about your struggles? Just with how vocal he's been, obviously it seems as though you had a really close relationship and a really good relationship. Um, so is he on the right track with what happened?
he is. He's saying from basically day one, day two, like
Mm-hmm.
um, he had a pretty good idea of what happened and who was involved, but proving it has been something that's been a really big block. He's showing me, he's getting emotional. His bodyguard from when he was in One Direction
Mm-hmm.
was a big key piece of that. He
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of security knowledge and background, so he put a lot of the pieces together for his dad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, he does. He's, I don't know, the feeling that he's showing me is like it's almost not quite fear or helplessness, but a little bit of both. Of he doesn't know how to move forward and he doesn't know the best way to prove it, because he knows that he's dealing with very powerful, dark energies at play. Um, yeah, he knows that it goes back more than just, again, the obvious people who were there with him. So yeah, he said he shared a lot with his dad. His dad knows a lot. His dad has helped him in his hardest times in life, and for that he's very grateful. He also hid a lot too, though. So
Okay.
yeah, um, there's things he's starting to find out or has found out since he passed about Liam, but he's very just proud of him and how he's handled him and trying to support him through this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and again, I feel like it's just the timing, right? Like it's almost like, hello, like all the signs are here. Why is nobody looking at this? This is how the dad feels. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like the world is not ready to take off that blindfold yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's got a good idea. Does he know every single person, every single thing? No, but he's definitely on the right track.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I thought so, but I just wasn't sure. Um, so what signs do you like to give out? I'm sure your fans, you're probably leaving little signs everywhere for your fans. And um, like you said, and some people are either really aware of them and attuned to them, or, some people are, just kind of, um, ignore them or kind of pass by them. So, Liam, what kind of signs do you like to leave for your family and your fans?
Huh. So yeah, lots through music,
Hmm.
obviously. Like
Yeah.
a song will just pop on when you're thinking of him. He's also showing me he's so grateful for all of the videos and the interviews that he has done, because that's a fun way he gets to show up for people. Like, yeah, he'll just a random like cute video with like puppy dogs that he did for, I don't know, whatever magazine will come
Yeah.
through and just brighten someone's day, or those even like little Instagram funny clips of
Hmm.
them
Yeah.
just being boys and being silly. So yeah, media is a big one. Also numbers. His family are a little personal. I feel like there's a nickname that he had when he was younger. So that's been popping through for them. He's saying he plays tricks. Like I'm seeing like a picture fall. Um,
Mm.
things like that around the house. So a little bit jokester, a little bit prankster, depending what they need in the moment. Otherwise, just beautiful words. He's showing me journals or writing too. So I don't know if he kept a lot of those, but it feels like the people in his life have been coming across them or finding them. So yeah.
I love that. Um, okay. And really, is there anything else that that you wanted to share? Um, anything that you anything that you wanted to get off of your heart, and um, any messages, anything to your family or to your fans?
There's just so much gratitude. What he's showing me is like when he was here, he was so, just for lack of a better word, like self-destructive and so hard on himself. And he couldn't see the impact that his life had all around the world, right? Like so many people are connected to him. And even though he struggled, and this is just, he isn't saying this about himself, but this is me talking, even though he struggled, that light that he had could still be felt and seen. And um, yeah, he's able to take that in now and see from where he's at. I don't think it's regret. It's not regret, but he just wishes he could have used that for even more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, reminder to him, you did do so much good and you did share so much light and love with this world. Yeah, he's very grateful for everyone, for their prayers, for everything. He really just wants people to be able to know that he's okay, he's in a good place, and to move forward. I feel like still there's many people stuck on the little details. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, if this didn't happen, or if, where is this piece of jewelry or whatever, all the little details that don't make sense because they don't, and they probably never will. He just wants people to let it go, because at the end of the day, that wouldn't have changed anything,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like he was too far in it when the day that it happened for things to change. So he's found peace and closure with it, and he hopes that other people can as well. And again, just going back to this justice piece, justice will be served. It's going to take a bit, but trust that it's going to happen. And right now, it already is happening. It's just not looking the way that you want it to or that you think it should. Um, and again, just being respectful for how people are grieving, right? Like everyone goes through loss. So differently, and you should never tell anyone how to grieve or expect them to behave a certain way. People, and this just goes for everyone in the world, people are hurting right now. There's so much loss and pain and suffering in this world, and be kind, right? If you're hurting too, being mean to someone or writing a nasty comment or talking about someone, that's not going to help you. That's only going to make you feel worse. And if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything, right? Just be kind. You don't know what people are going through. Yeah, again, he's very protective of Kate, but I feel like she has this inner fire, and she knows that she's sharing for the people who have experienced loss and for the people who are in pain. And it might not look like, again, the way that you want it to, but she has her own mission here to help people and inspire people. So that's beautiful. Um, Yeah, he's just saying, please be mindful with the comments for everyone connected to him. Just give love. That's what he would want. Um, and yeah, and if someone is, I feel like these are things he wished he could have said, but he never wanted to get involved. If someone is like arguing on any type of media platform, to argue back is just adding fuel to the fire. It's just like tit for tat. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't serve anyone. All you like, send them love, send them peace, send them happiness, whatever it is you think they need, well wishes in your mind. And that's going to help change this world. And he's saying, yeah, he's just saying, like, again, with the expectations, like, let people be where they are. I know people want like a reunion or a comeback with the band, but they're not there yet. And when they do it, it's going to be on their own terms and when they feel like they're ready, all
Mhm.
of them, right? So just, again, please be kind to them. You don't know how they're dealing with things behind closed doors. Just because someone's presenting themselves a certain way online or for their business or their social media, that doesn't mean they're not hurting. That doesn't mean they're not grieving. So just, again, acceptance, kindness. You don't know what people go through, how people feel, how people think. So many of us, himself included, wore this mask and never really let themselves be fully seen because, we're
Mhm.
always taught, be happy, be joyful, you should be lucky, like da 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 da
Mhm.
da. So yeah, just be kind, find kindness and love in your heart. And he's here to support anyone. Yeah, I feel like we'll see more of who the bands. Yeah, there's a couple that he helped on the show, and I feel like he's still helping them. So watch out
Mm.
for that. That will be exciting. And yeah, he just wants to say thank you, everyone, for their support, still listening to his music, watching the show, everything. So anything else? No, he's just very grateful. Lots of love to everyone. So thank you.
Hey,
Okay, well, thank you, Ashley, for the questions and doing this with me again. And
I
yeah,
feel like I don't have a choice. I'm like trying to postpone, and he's like, "Nope, this is what we're doing."
yeah, I know. He was very persistent. So I hope these messages served everyone and brought you a little peace. His fans, he is in a really good place. And I feel like he's had a lot of healing, a lot of growth. And he feels like, yeah, completely different from the first time we connected to him last year. So thank you, Liam, for allowing us to be your messenger, for coming through and sharing your message through us, and for all of your love, all of your light. So thank you for watching this, everyone. Bye.